Hello and good morning, everyone. Good to see you. Paul Tranny here. Going to dive into some news, some acquisitions, some fun stuff. And I'm so glad you guys are here. Should be able to hear me okay. And here's some nice background music. So I'm going to give you a warm welcome, Monica. Excuse me. Marsha, thank you so much. Debbie, Mercurial, Sam's in the house. And Jan. All right, Michelle, my favorite message. So audio and video is good. This is going to be fun. Yeah, so it's good to, dive in and get a quick synopsis of what's happening in, with design, technology, other designers, all that fun stuff. So, and Marsha, thank you for sending, I think you sent me something, which was awesome. So let's dive right in, because you can see today we have, of course, some guests. We also had them yesterday. We'll dive into this. Mike Jones, Elise Swopes. So Mike Jones doing some vintage-inspired Southern typography, like he does Southern Fried logos, if you will. Oh, thank you. And then we also have Elise Swopes, who's awesome. She's been amazing to work with. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. So this is going to switch over really fast and just brag about these awesome people. If we could, greetings, Hamza, and again, Bliss. Mike Jones in the house. He was here yesterday doing some designing, often like he does. I think you could get some good pro tips from him, obviously, because he does this for a living. Just having this sort of like doing this thick line work, very Draplin-esque, but it's not even Draplin-esque. It's just, the popular style right now, these thick lines, this bold line work. So I really like his stuff. Of course, Elise, probably know her, Swopes, right? Best way to find her is through Instagram. You can see her amazing work as she's doing some stuff in Premiere Pro, so that's cool. Then we'll kind of dive into a couple more things if you guys don't mind. And again, Wednesday and Thursday this week, just so you know, we have photo editing for fashion photography with Lauren Jones, and then how to make a consistent brand with Lola Adewiya. Well, that will be pretty sweet. So yeah, so all about fashion photography and branding. So a consistent brand is hugely important, because I guarantee you, like, you probably have a social media profile or something somewhere that has not been updated, or has an old look or an old photo from like 5 years ago. Hey, I'm guilty of it, right? But it's cool that we have, of course, Lauren and Lola. If I can switch over, you'll kind of get an idea for their work as well. Bright and bold and beautiful, right? You can see right in here. It's actually, there's not a lot of blacks in here. It's actually sort of like just some dark warm tones in this photography. But again, pretty fun to work with her site. And by the way, check out her site, because as you scroll, it actually scrolls left to right. I'm actually just trying to scroll down with my mouse. And yeah, that's kind of cool. Garth's in the house. All right. Fantastic. All right, let's take a look at Lola's work too. Again, building an immersive brand experience through strategy and design, the brand doula. And again, you can kind of check out some of her work here, her featured work. And it's cool that we have these awesome people, which I don't think we've had Lauren Jones or Lola with us before, and I could be wrong. So maybe Sam, you could probably correct me. All right, we're never done saying hello. Hello, Jan. All right, we got that squared away. Those are a fantastic guests. Just want to honor them. Let's dive into some news. All right, so yes, probably the big news that you may or may not have heard the past week is that we're going to acquire Frame.io. I don't know if anybody knows Frame.io, but they're pretty awesome. Actually, I'm gonna share a video without audio, if you don't mind. I'll just jump into this really fast. Pardon me. And we can take a look. Just kind of, this gives you an idea what Frame.io does. Basically, it's adding captions, sharing content and providing feedback on videos. So it's a very awesome collaborative environment. You could see adding that content even on mobile, right? Sort of adding that comment, say, hey, you know what, change the color, brighten up this, do whatever, right? So it's all that commenting and sharing and collaboration that you have with VideoWorks. So that is what Frame.io is. So that's going to be pretty exciting, I think. We actually use it for, and I can paste this link into chat. We use them. Hello, Lamia. I'm sorry I didn't see you over there. And Froja. Oh, good. Awesome. TA as well. Awesome. Sorry I did not see your comments. All right. Pasting that link in there. Yeah, so we're going to acquire Frame.io. So we used them last year, honestly, for, well, the video team uses it. So we'd get involved with Adobe Max videos and stuff. Since a lot of it's online, there's so much video content, we use it largely for Adobe Max. At least that's my experience with it. But I know our sort of our Adobe Live team, if you will, not Adobe Live, our Adobe video team basically uses it. So sounds good. So why is Adobe down? It always is. Once you mention acquiring something, it always like dips and then it comes back. I don't know why it's that way. I'm not an expert. I'll probably check it when I'm older and I'm ready to retire and I'll be like, hey, what did happen here? All right. Yes, thank you. Team editing workflows. Debbie said it best. Thank you. Team, I don't know if they do team editing, but I know it's largely commenting. But again, it's fun to see that getting built into into Creative Cloud is the goal, right? Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Just some other fun things, if you guys don't mind. Of course you don't mind, do you? Yeah, interested to see what Adobe does with it. It's honestly a perfect fit, I think, for Adobe and our video products. So this kind of, yes, is news, but also kind of is also resources, right? And that's kind of what it should be titled. But I like to kind of show you some things that you don't know about, right? Whether it's news or other, but branding style guides. So I'm going to talk a lot about branding kind of today, and Lola's going to be talking about it later this week. So again, it's hugely important. Branding style guides. Guess what? You can jump in and view any style guides for a Dow Chemical or any one of these. I don't know, SIGGRAPH, right? They've branding guidelines for Slack. So if you're doing any sort of branding, take a hint from the pros like McDonald's and see what their branding is like. 2019, 10 pages, right? You do need to sign in right in here, but it is all free content. And it's just a good way for you to set up your branding for yourself or for a client. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, Adobe's really stepping it up these days. I think that's a great acquisition, personally. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so brandingstyleguides.com. So tell that to Lola later this week and be like, hey, Lola, did you know about this? She might be like, yeah, but you'll look really smart. And it's all about making you guys look good. So that's the idea. Some other ways to look good and honestly to just get better. I think this is really cool as well. And I think Marsha sent this to me as well. But good old LinkedIn, LinkedIn and Microsoft and GitHub have provided free training to you guys, and it's pretty darn awesome. So I'll actually just post this. It's actually just, you can go to opportunity.linkedin.com, but they're basically a bunch of free courses from LinkedIn is what I'm getting at. Marsha sent this to me. Ooh, darn. So anyways, let me just switch screens here really fast. Oh, let's look at this. Opportunity.linkedin.com. Free courses from LinkedIn. It's cool how it's set up as well. So let's just kind of jump in here. And again, free learning paths mapped out. So LearnSkids for on the job training. Right in here, you can see the amount of jobs that are available, I guess, or are currently in the market right in here. So we'll scroll down. We can see software developer right here, 22.7. Graphic designer as well. It's kind of, that's more my speed. 654K jobs, right? And then you can click, hey, start learning. Bam. and then you can kind of go into these free courses. So I think that is pretty cool. I think Marcia sent me one for Julianne Koss Photoshop 2021 learning. Basically, it's if you wanted to learn Photoshop 2021, sort of the last major update, then Julianne Koss video is free. So that's all. Oh, here we go. I think this is it. Yeah. Is this it? Okay, there's this one. There should be the 2021 version as well. I could be wrong, but this course is free, and now you know. All right. Thank you, Sam, for posting that. You are the best. All right. Cool. Very beneficial. Free content. Of course, there's always free content like, what, 40 hours a week right here. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, Lamia, Froja, Bernadette, Rick H in the house, right? So again, free stuff. I love this. Look at this. You know why she puts it here? There's less mileage for your mouse to travel if you put your palettes on the left side. So that's pretty cool. She goes through all that fun stuff, and now you know. But we'll kind of continue on with learning and all right. Did you notice how I just cut myself off there? But right in here, just to kind of continue that branding, which is kind of the theme for the day. I thought this was pretty cool. It's like, gosh, how many followers on this? Let's take a look. Robot Food. This new project actually has what? 3.7K likes or views, 868 likes. Called Over the Spoon. And again, just a good example of strong branding that works across like multiple products, right? So again, the brief, the opportunity, right? Strong branding. We have this playful design, good font. We have this rounded sans serif, right? Which just kind of makes it a little bit more playful. And then the fun illustration. Dairy-freed dessert. What would Daisy do if she wasn't being milked all day? So again, strong branding. It's going to stand out on shelves, and I'm into it. So, all right. Okay, Annika just saw it as well. So again, really fun. You could check out all this stuff. That's just the one I wanted to highlight. You can always just go to Behance and click on Discover. And these will be the projects, again, featured today by creators. And I like to go through the ones that have like a lot of views, and a lot of these do have a ton of views and a ton of likes. So out of all of these, we have this one right down here. Looks like it has the most. 3.6 views, 641 likes, very playful design, but we kind of talked about this sort of work. Oh, shoot. There we go. It'd help if I switch screens. Shame on me. Ah, what a day. Anyways, go to Behance.net, go to Discover. We could see right down here. Yeah, right down here. This project is what I was just referring to. All right. Deepak, welcome. So isn't this fun? Like, look at this fun stuff. Fun little world that's being created. So, into it. And now you guys know. Hopefully you're having a good day. What's up, Steve? Laura, Frank's in the house. Cool. Frank, I loved your Instagram post with the larger than life theme, which is way cool. All right. Thanks, folks. Let's get into a couple more things just for fun, shall we? I have a pro tip, and then I also have free stuff, and then just for fun also is my unofficial font of the week, which is Catalina. This is the reason why I like it. You can search for it on Behance, by the way. I could do that right. C-A-T-T-E. C-A-T. There we go. Find it actually on Behance, just so you know. You can do a search for it, and it will come up right here. Free Art Deco font, right? Click right there. Check it out. I already have it installed, as you can see right in here. But this is what's cool about it, right? You could take something like And this is the fun part. So you have LI, right? There's a lot going on. There's a lot of lines right in here. Well, there are combined ligatures. So we'll go in here, say instead of for this L and this I, well, guess what? There's an alternate for it, okay? And you do have to go to the Windows to glyphs, right? All these lovely glyphs. Usually it says the alternate for selection, but just do the entire font, right? So then scroll down here and you'll see the different lockups. So here's an L and an I lockup, right? We could put those two together. And again, I just like this modern take on this font as I kind of move this off to the side. All right, there it is. Okay, let's just kind of show you a couple more. I was trying this out a lot, just so you know. So you have the R and the A, right? The cool, right? Central, right? RA, and this, what they do with the W. You wouldn't recognize that. You're going to read it just fine, but it's actually kind of a simplified version of those two letters. So anyways, kind of cool. Do you guys like this? Isn't that neat though? Like, and here's all your alternates. They're right down here. They might not appear when you select, say, the T, right? It's not going to give you an alternate for that selection because it's these ultimate ligatures that are locked up. And also, if you want to turn that on for all fonts, right in here under properties, right in here, this is your discretionary ligatures. So it will tighten up the spacing between two letters, right? Usually put together by the fontographer. So yeah, anyways, I thought that was cool. Fun stuff. All right, let's get into some pro tips. I don't know. Let's like quickly change color in a photo, shall we? Let's do that really fast. And again, it's the little tips. It's the things that I think have been in, Photoshop forever that I have not really played with too much, right? Thank you, Norse likes it. Hey, Norse likes it. Hey, I'm happy. All right. See right in here, we have this lovely photo. Let's just reveal all, right? We can see we have these wonderful sunflowers. Let's just say we want to change the color of these sunflowers, right? We can go into, you know, we could try hue and saturation, right? And sometimes people will go in and you'll like select. This is what I would do probably back in the day. Okay, so I'd go to color range, right? I would click on the yellow and then I would try to grab more of it and maybe click the plus, so grab more and more of that yellow. Like that's what I would do to try to just like select that yellow and then ultimately turn that into a layer mask, you know, paint on it some more, maybe replace it there, right? It's a whole process, right? Yeah, don't need to do this. And yeah, we could use channels too, right? Maybe. But ultimately, hey, I thought this was pretty cool. Let's just delete this. You just add your hue and saturation layer, and then what we have, and I'll pull this out, you just have the ability to select that particular color. And again, I don't do this a lot, and I probably should, but go over here, you can select, right? And we can shift. I'm actually selecting that color, but I just selected this color range. So that's what it does there. You select the color range, and then you can shift the tone of these flowers, right? Or excuse me, the hue. The hue, the tone, the brightness, all that fun stuff. So again, we can kind of shift that more to red if we want to. And grab more of these, more yellow if we want to, right? So it's grabbing more. Hopefully you can see that, kind of grabbing more of that yellow. You notice it right down here, or less. Totally up to you. And then you're good. It's kind of tricky because if you look at it, you don't see a layer mask and you're like, how is this just affecting those flowers, right? And a little bit of the cheek and stuff, but that's how that's done. And I don't know if people knew about this, but now you do. The magic of editing, the easiest way, the one-click way, if you will, right in there. Bam, right? And by the way, you could also do yellows. If I selected yellows, it's going to do it not really based on the color, the yellows in the photo, but just yellows in general. So anyways, got it. Done, done. Let's move on. All right. Enough of that. Oh, I got 5 minutes. That is always good for me. We could always talk about, again, free content as well. So that's my ongoing list that you just saw there a second ago. I just want to encourage you to go to Discover. Hold on, let's do this. Let me show you this really fast. This is even better. We'll go to creativecloud.adobe.com/discover, right? So here's Discover in the browser, right? The reason I like it in the browser is right over here. It's like, hey, featured how-to live streams. Oh, free assets, right? So click on that, and here's free assets such as Amal Saeed photography, as we kind of take a look right in here. Here's Browse Saeed's free photos, right, based on that tutorial. Ah, that's cool. Again, it's free photos based on, honestly, like typically a portfolio or tutorial right in there. So I think that's kind of cool. 5 minutes, 57 links to go. Let's do this. Oh yeah, Photoshop brushes. Yeah, it goes on and on. You guys get the idea. Thank you, Sam. And by the way, I usually go in the browser. I click Discover. There's featured content. So this is how you can sort through some of that. You'll see some of that right on your desktop. Okay, so notice right in here. Here's that poster mock-up. But the only thing is this doesn't categorize it as the free stuff. So that's why I like to go out to that. And yes, free is in my price range too. Very into it. Also, if you went into plugins or marketplace, you'd see the plugins, and usually these are free, as you can see. Limited free version, and then you can pay $10 and get the full version. As you know, I use plugins a lot, or enough. So yes. You guys got it with time to spare. This never happens. Let me know if you guys have questions sort of going forward as well. I got some questions around sort of creating a portfolio. So that might be an idea for a live stream, creating a resume and a portfolio. That's why I'm happy to see so many people creating portfolios on Behance, because easily you could turn those portfolios into an Adobe, you can turn those projects into an Adobe portfolio. So that's all. Not enough time to get into that within 2 minutes. But yeah, that is possible. I actually have to sign out and then sign back in because this is a different account. But feel free to check mine out. Just go to behance.net/Paul Trani. And, you know, you have all this work being rolled into a portfolio. And I think it's called Paul Trani's Portfolio. I say I think it is because, you know what, I don't really use this because I'm not looking for a job. But this is the sort of customization you can do. And the cool thing is nobody knows. Nobody's the wiser. Knowing that it's like an Adobe portfolio. It's like, yeah, there's really no way to tell unless you went right down here at the bottom like most sites. Powered by Adobe Portfolio. Right? But again, pretty cool what you have and can do. And you guys get the idea. Cool. Hello, Naaman. So we got a fun day planned, guys. If you guys saw the schedule a second ago, should be pretty darn awesome. I'm just going to stick around just for kicks and check out Mike Jones's work, him doing some magic in Illustrator, of course. So yeah, just go ahead and connect with me if you guys have any further questions or want something featured or whatever the case may be. Even if you're working on something cool, like let me know. I'd love to see it and feature it if it's appropriate. So thank you, Monica, Mercurial, Jan, Stony. Stick around. We'll just hang out and chat. Lamia, Froja, everyone. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to let good old Mike Jones take it away. Have a good one. Thank you so much, Sam, for helping out. You are awesome, Michelle. All right, thanks, everybody. Stick around, and Mike Jones will be up next. Thanks so much.